Welcome to another episode of
Where I can top my knee. Ew.
I'm Kevin.
And I'm Jonathan. And we are a boys love podcast that talks about all our favorite shows and all the press and mess around them.
Yes. So, two things. Jonathan, can you tell the people what we got into today? And have you been following DaiShun?
Oh my god. Not you bringing them up on today of all days.
Right.
Yeah, what have you been up to, Kevin? We saw a certain group of boys today.
A quartet.
So today
They didn't
we went
sing,
to
though.
The Tommy Hilfiger New York Fashion Week show to see Pon Puin and Gemini Ford.
Yes, and they all were looking fantastic. So if you have been looking at our
Instagram stories,
yes,
our Twitter, maybe you'll see that we I don't know, we finally decided to leave our house and see some boys in person.
Yes, and it was a journey.
It was a journey.
I mean, it wasn't that difficult, but it was a journey.
Yeah, I was surprised it wasn't that big of a turnout, but I mean, I'm glad to see these boys in person. I mean, it was our first kind of BL boy sighting, right?
Yes. I mean, that the fact that we were within 10 feet of them
Yes. Oh my god.
is crazy. Like, on U.S. soil. Crazy, right?
They're so pretty in person. They're so beautiful.
Yeah, they look like they look on TV.
They look just as good as they do on YouTube, y'all.
It's really nice that we got to see them. They waved. They said hello to certain people, like, to the fans, and they did their thing, and that's it. And special shout out to Mommy BL, who literally spilled the tea to us, right? On where to go and all of that. Also,
she helped gather all these other BL fans together to watch this.
Yes, and we made some new friends. So, we've expanded our listener base by a little bit, which is great.
I know. It was weird seeing other BL fans in person. It's always awkward because you're like secretly like, hey, are you here for are you here for some Thai BL boys?
And they were.
Because usually people are like, what is that? Who?
Right.
Thailand, what?
And the fact that we didn't have to ask that question, and the fact that all of them were pretty well versed in anything related to BLs. And in fact, two of the people we met flew from Puerto Rico, okay, like literally the day before.
That's dedication,
just to go to this event to see them. And they're leaving tomorrow to go back home. And I think they were both in Thailand like a couple weeks ago for the 4 Minutes fan meet. So, you know what? It was, the vibes were everything that we needed to
The
have.
vibes were there, yes.
The vibes were there.
Dedicated fans.
Yes.
Inspiring y'all.
It was inspiring, uplifting.
We need to do more boy sightings, yes.
We do. Because we had thought about it like last year, remember? And this was actually before we even had the podcast.
Yes,
remember?
before the podcast. We could have saw Mew at his graduation, but we got too scared.
Not Mew, Ton.
Oh yeah, Ooh. Y'all, they are a package deal now. I be calling
they were
tool.
back then too, but now it's official.
Now it's official.
They're, right.
Yeah, it's Tool's graduation. Oh my god, y'all. I'm tired.
Yeah, we could have. Yeah, we had a long day, but we could have literally. But we were lazy.
We really were.
We didn't feel like leaving. We're like, it's hot. Like, not that we're not dedicated.
I was scared there was gonna be a giant crowd, and there was literally only like 10 people there, maybe.
Yeah, and some of the people were other podcasters. So in a way, looking back, I kind of wish we went, but also I'm kind of glad we went today.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
Anywho,
we got other news. So let's get to word on the tweet.
okay. Word on the tweet. Word on the tweet. Word on the tweet. So, let's see. What happened this week, Kevin? There was a lot of commotion about Jess and Bible in 4 minutes and about drinking before NC scenes and how that's homophobic. And I'm like, how? How is that homophobic to need a little something to wind down to get into the mood? You know, these are tough scenes, especially in this show where we're seeing cheek and frontal
Meat.
and yeah, like maybe these boys, you know, it's at 8 a.m. call time. Sometimes they need a little something to hype them up to get into the mood.
Something. And you know what? People really need to get a grip. They are acting, okay? And actors do many different techniques to get into character.
Mm-hmm.
Like the character they're portraying on film, on our screens, is not who they are in their real lives because they are acting, they are performing, they are doing a job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I
And like
sent
even
you.
even if they are gay, like it's still
It's
uncomfortable
they're
to
still acting a
film
character. Yeah,
an NC scene in front of like 20 people in the room. Like this is not like a oh my god, straight people are uncomfortable that they need a drink. Like I think
right,
anyone would be uncomfortable filming this kind of naked scene. I don't know.
right. And I sent you an interview with Andra Day, who was in The Deliverance, which not a BL, but it's very black, very spiritual horror movie. I know Jonathan won't watch it. I watched it.
No,
It was
no, no,
I
no.
liked it. But, you know, they also Andra Day was saying how typically before she even does any shoot, she actually prays. That's how she gets into, that's the technique she uses. And but for this, because they were dealing with demons and stuff, she definitely was praying. You
Mm-hmm.
know, because also dealing with spiritual stuff is also uncomfortable. So like Jess and Bible having to show their ass all over and do intimate scenes where they're pretending to clap cheeks and stuff.
Yeah,
You
like
know, that takes work.
the scene was they just like, you know, met at a bar and they're like hooking up at his place. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know,
And
they
I
want to
mean,
do a
these are
little
real
group
things
shot
that happen
together.
with queer folk, but
Yeah.
it's one thing when you're doing it in the privacy of somebody's house.
Mm.
It's a whole nother thing when you're acting it out on TV. Your cheeks are out, your nipples are out, you might see a little bit of glands,
Oh my
but
god. And it's like this is like a new partner. This is like a new
yes,
you never really I don't know, got this intimate before. Like they
right,
have like intimacy coordinators on set like but you
correct,
know, everyone needs their own whatever to get into the zone. Like whether it's
right.
music or prayer or yeah.
So I'm gonna need these anti fans because that's what they're beginning to be to me. Because if you're a true
Mhm.
fan, you at least give grace
Mhm.
for to understand that they are acting and they're all going to approach their craft a little differently, right? So I think it's these anti fans need to stop it. They're getting out of order, out of line. You know, there was
They're probably
already
old like Build fans, maybe, right? They could
maybe. Did
be.
we? And if they are, it's like, get a grip. Build is way over everything that happened at Beyond Cloud. He's been over it. So
I
they
don't
need
know.
to get
People
over
just
it too.
haters.
Yeah, you can't just live your life hating on people. Like, skincare is not going to get those wrinkles out, okay?
Oh,
So, anywho, what else is going
anywho,
on?
um, so Jimmy C, you know, they just did
Mm,
Last Twilight.
yes.
Last Twilight won the award for Best Asian LGBT program at the Content Asia Award show recently. This past year. Like
Yes.
that's so big. Oh my god.
Oh
Like
my gosh.
I
That
feel
is a
like P
big
Off
deal.
every show that P Off has produced, I think has
Mm
won an
hmm.
award.
Mm hmm.
Like Last Twilight, Moonlight Chicken, Tale of a Thousand
Mm-hmm.
Stars, Bad Buddy. Like, come on, he don't miss.
He has not missed a beat. And we are really I loved Last Twilight. That was a good one.
That was
You
like,
know,
yeah, one of the best shows from last year.
yeah. And I'm hoping that we get to see more of Jimmy C soon. I don't think we're seeing any more of them this year. So I'm hoping for next year we do.
Mm-hmm.
So because I really like them, and people talked about Jimmy's they find it so hot that he has one monolid.
Oh my god, I don't even notice. Maybe
I
that's what
noticed.
you find hot. Hey,
I mean,
oh.
I saw it. I was like, that's kind of cute. And C just has a cute smile.
He does. Oh, that
He's so,
photo from our Insta of him.
mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Yes, he's so adorable. And I really love their chemistry together. So, you know what? Kudos to them. This is a show that was great to watch. It showed light on, someone having a disability, which is
Mm-hmm.
great, which I have
It
to
was great
commend.
representation. Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
great
GMMTV has
educate.
been trying to do better at representing the diversity of the kind of people that we interact with, which I
Mm-hmm.
think is great. And that was a way of doing it. It was giving, it gave what it needed to give, and I was receiving it. Okay.
We
So,
all were receiving it.
okay.
Hey.
hmm Okay. So, what else
Okay.
is on the docket?
On the docket. Well, I want to talk about. Oh my gosh! So today, today we saw Gemini 4th Pampawin.
Mm
And it's a Sunday when we're
hmm.
filming
Mm
this, y'all. So
hmm. Mm hmm.
tomorrow, Monday, Nanon is also here in New York City. So
Mm.
I'm hoping to see him at the Coach New York City Fashion Week show. Just found
Mm.
out it's at the Highline tomorrow.
Mm.
So
You don't know how disappointed I am because I have certain things for work to do.
I know we
All
both
I'm
have
gonna
work.
say is, all I'm gonna say is,
You may
if
or not see us there.
yeah, you may or may not see us there, and I'm gonna be very upset if some of the appointments I have are some appointments where people don't show up,
Ugh, wasting your time when you
and
could be
wasting my
seeing this.
time when I could be spending my time sneaking around, but not freaking
Oh my
seeing the
god.
known at Coach. Okay.
Yes.
But instead, I'm gonna be sitting at a. We'll see. I
We'll
will
see. We'll
figure it
see.
out. Yeah,
Check
I
out
mean,
our instas, y'all.
yeah.
If
Check
it's
out our
up, it's up
Insta.
right now. If it's up, it's up. While you're listening
Right.
to this.
If it's up, then it's up, and it's okay.
Hey, hey.
Wrong
Oh my
song.
god.
Okay, and what else is
Okay,
happening?
and finally, oh my god, I love this show. It was my show last week. Only one, the only one. Um,
Oh.
the cast did like a live with the creator, director, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Saying that they have the script already done for season 2. So they're like,
What?
fans, let us know if you want a season 2. Like the script is done. It's
Wait,
up to
wait,
the
wait, wait,
fans
wait.
to produce this. Well, not produce this, to support the show and make this happen.
Are you serious? That is impressive.
That is crazy because this show was not even halfway done. We're on episode like 6,
No.
right?
Yeah, and you know what? I'm a little behind on the show because I am
You
watching
didn't
this
watch
with a
this the past
friend.
week?
No, because my friend had to reschedule a time for us to meet to watch it. So now I'm not going to watch it till Monday evening.
Mm.
So then I'll be caught up.
Okay, okay,
Um,
okay. But it's
so
so
I,
good.
I'm
It's
gonna.
so good.
It's so good, and I
Loving
mean
this
it's the
show.
same with also First Note of Love. I'm watching that with another friend, so
Hmm.
now I'm behind in that. So I'm gonna need people to show up at the times that we scheduled. Okay,
Go to your
so I
appointments, y'all. Go to your
yeah.
appointments.
So appointments, all appointments.
But also support this show because I want a season 2.
Support the show. Yes, because it's good.
Hmm.
And don't be like some of my friends. Not playing.
Oh my.
um. Anywho,
Any
let's
hoodle.
let's get to an appointment we actually have, which is our shows of the week. So, Jonathan, what is your show this week?
Okay, my show of the week is I Saw You in My Dream.
Mm,
Like it took me a minute to get into this. Like it took me like 8
mm.
weeks to get into this, but
It sure did.
gives me plenty of time to binge. I was bored.
Mm-hmm.
A bunch of shows just ended. I don't know. I'm
Mm.
really loving this show. like the first episode, it took me a while to get into it, but like I'm
Mm-hmm.
loving what's his name?
Pu.
Pu. I love him.
Mm-hmm.
His name kind of is
Yes.
funny. Pu kind of like
And his brother
smells.
is Yo. So you,
Yo.
yeah.
Pu.
Yeah.
Yo.
Yo and you. You, yo. Yo, you.
It's cute. But I
It
was
is
kind of
cute.
gagged at they're showing like this family's like very Christian. Like his dad is like a pastor. I was like,
Yes.
oh, so he's a pastor's son, and he's gay, and the neighbors are gay too. Like, oh, we're gonna see how that turns out in the
And they
next
kind of
episode.
like adopted these
Yeah, the
neighbors'
neighbors.
kids
Yeah.
because the parents died in a tragic accident.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's very, I mean, I guess they're very pretty liberal Christians because there are LGBTQ churches.
I know, but maybe that's a plot
Yeah,
point in the show that he's like scared to come out because his dad's a pastor or something. But I don't know. I don't think that's gonna be a part of the show since they're trying to
I
focus
don't
on
think
this
so.
supernatural aspect of like he's singing, his his friend in his dreams, and he
Mm-hmm.
doesn't know if it's like a warning or if it's like just trying to get them together to smash. It's looking like a little bit of both.
Maybe we might see. No, we're not gonna
Next
see what we see
episode
in
we
Sky
gonna see.
Valley.
Oh my god! Next week we're gonna see some stuff happening.
Yeah, some stuff. I think what's most surprising about this show, because I like the show too. Like I
Hmm.
will say the first couple episodes you kind of gotta ease your way in, but I liked it.
Hmm.
But then once you're kind of in it, you're like in it,
Yeah,
and
I like these characters.
yeah. But I think what's surprising is, oh gosh, what is this character's name? Is his name Win? P Wan. There we go. The actor that plays him
Oh,
is the
JJ
new ship. Yes, JJ is shipped
from
with,
Net James.
yes, or was Net James. Now it's Net JJ.
Yes, Net JJ
Yeah.
now.
So, and y'all remember Net James from Bed Friend. So,
Oh, everyone knows bed friend. People won't let it
yes,
go. That shit.
right. So it was great to kind of see, like, this was him getting his feet wet, I guess. Maybe
Hmm.
we could say it in that way. Where he was pursuing his same-sex love interest, and I mean, I was feeling it,
Yeah, I was kind
Uh
of like, oh, this is cute, a little love rival.
yeah,
But of
but
course,
he
like
wasn't a toxic love rival.
yeah, he wasn't toxic. He was very green flaggy.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, but sorry, you're a little too late. Like his
Sorry,
heart
I
is with
love
somebody
my
else.
childhood um older brother neighbor.
Yeah, older brother,
Childhood pseudo
neighbor
older brother neighbor bestie.
who used to pick on me all the time.
Because they have an
Yeah,
age gap, but it's never
it's
really
like two
discussed.
years. It's not like
No, it's like
huge.
5 or something.
Maybe,
Cause he's 20, and Pu was like
maybe
almost
23 or
30.
24.
He's like almost,
Mm-hmm.
cause the girlfriend was like, we're almost 30 years old. I wanna remember his ex girlfriend was like, we're almost 30 years old. I wanna blah blah blah.
Oh,
So I think he's like maybe like 26,
mid to late
27.
20s. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, cause he's also like carrying that family, him and his brother.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good
Mm.
show. I like it.
It's a good show. And we have, I think, how many more episodes? Like three or
Yeah,
four
like
more
three more,
episodes?
3 more.
Okay. Okay. So we'll see. Speaking of another show,
What
I'm
is
going
your
to tell
show
you
of the
my
week,
show.
Kevin? What is
Yes.
it?
Yes. Mine is Kidnap.
Yes.
And it is. Okay. I'm going to say this. I love this first episode, but
Uh
it was what I was
oh.
expecting because the trailer kind of told me. But I
See,
will
I
say
don't
this:
watch trailers. I don't watch
the
trailers.
trailer kind of told us what was going to happen in the first and second episode. So I'm already know what I expect to see in the second episode.
Mm.
Everything after that is a big mystery. But I'm already liking how this is beginning to develop. If you haven't heard of the show yet, this is the new Lang show. Lang
Mm-hmm.
is a new ship. Was with Nanon. That ship sank like a while ago.
Yup.
And
Yup. Yup.
this is a new ship that's rising like a phoenix from the ashes. So,
Oh my god. I mean, this is kind of
but
not comeback, but kind of like, yeah, his like resurgence from all the
Yeah.
scandals and everything that happened and all the messiness with the
Mm-hmm.
Nanon ship. Like, this is his way to
Mm-hmm.
like come back and just show us, why he's popular, because he knows how to act and
He
he knows how
does.
to, build that good chemistry with his
Mm-hmm.
co-star.
Yeah, and so far, I'm liking what
It's
I'm
giving.
seeing.
It's
I
giving.
like it, and I like where the story is going. And I'm curious to see how this whole story develops because we already know what the show is about, where a kidnapper ends up getting
Like falling
into a
in love
thing
with his
with his
kidnap
kidnapped
E.
victim,
Kidnap E. Kidnap victim,
whatever.
yeah. Yeah,
But
so it's
we
giving,
do,
like, Stockholm syndrome a little bit, or it's giving enemies to lovers, however you
yeah,
want to
it
put
might
it.
be more enemies to lover because we know that when the two of them met, and this is a slight spoiler for the first episode, but first episode's not really a spoiler, it's kind of setting you up. We
Go
do
watch it, yo.
know, yeah, go watch it, but um I forgot Noam's character's name and I forgot Leng's character's name.
Oh my god.
I mean,
Kevin.
it's the first episode and it's late. So,
Okay, wait, let me look it up right now so you can see. Um dun-dun-dun. The characters' names are Min and Q. So
yes.
Om is Min.
And Oma's Men and Q is Lang.
Blank, yeah.
And pretty much we find out that in this first episode, Q is the son of a pretty big, like, police chief or something
Police,
like that.
like, yeah, like head investigator of like some
Mm-hmm.
like whatever.
Mm-hmm. And then we also know that Q is pretty much somewhat of a loner and likes to spend his time shopping.
I know. I was like, oh, he got money. Like, this policeman makes that much money because your son's
Well,
bougie.
yeah, and I guess so. I
I
mean, look
mean,
at the house they were living in too. So
I know
clearly
that's the
enough,
house. That's Tale of a
right?
Thousand Stars house. That's a safe
Right.
house.
Right. So they're making enough money apparently, but
That's the
then he
Never Let
gets
Me Go
kidnapped.
house.
Yep. Then he gets kidnapped
By
and
Yeah, by Min.
by yeah by men, and men pretends to kill him, but then keeps him in his home. So then he spares his life.
Yeah,
Because
because Min's not a bad person. He just needs money to take
he
care
just
of
needed the
his
money.
brother, which is also played by the other Ohm of GMMTV, which is
Right.
funny. Two Ohms playing
Yes.
brothers, and their names are
Yes.
Min and Men. Love that.
Yeah.
Love Thailand.
Men and men. Yes. And yeah, like you and yo. Men and
You and
men.
Yo, Min and Men.
Yeah. And so far I'm really liking that we see the motivation already in the first episode for why people are doing what they're doing. Um
Love seeing
we
Ohm play this like big brother character,
mhm.
and he
And
gets to do all these action scenes because he is a stand-in. He plays as a
yes.
stand-in like during the day. That's his day job.
Yeah, that might be the theme of 2024. We'll see what
Right?
happens
Come
with the
on.
elections here in the US.
Oh my
So
god.
but yeah, it seems like it's the theme that's going on so far. But you know what? This show I think is worth a watch. And it might end up continuing to be my show for a while. Well, we'll see. We'll see how good the show ends up being. But so
Mhm.
far, it's off to a great start.
Yeah, so
So,
far I'm liking it. Like, it's been a minute since I've been captivated by a first episode from
mm-hmm.
GMMTV.
Yes. Yeah, because I think the last time may have been maybe Moonlight Chicken.
I don't know. Or I guess Last Twilight. I don't know.
Maybe Last
I haven't been
Twilight.
into any GMMTV shows lately.
Like we've been watching them, but we
We've been
haven't been
watching,
like,
yeah, but I haven't been
yeah,
like, ooh, fresh, not a
yes.
school show, fresh something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, so this is it.
This is it. We also have some new shows to talk about, so let's get to that.
Hmm.
Alrighty. So there are two new shows. One of them is Ending Friend, which actually has been out for a couple weeks. And this is the first time ever we're talking about a Cambodian BL on this show. And this is
Mm.
on Kim Visal's YouTube channel. So you can go ahead and look it up. It is free to watch. Each episode is around 20ish or so minutes. And honestly, um, it feels like a Thai
Oh, really?
BL
I mean, the countries are
circa
so
two.
close together.
Right, they share a border, but it feels like a Thai BL circa 2019.
Oh, then it's gonna give a little nostalgia, y'all. It's gonna give
Yeah, it's
some
giving a little bit of
throwback
that. But then with a little bit of throw a little bit of Filipino
comedy.
flair. Yeah.
Hey,
So
okay.
it's not bad. You can tell they're on a budget.
Hmm.
Um, but you know what? We haven't watched the Cambodian BL before.
Yeah, I've never.
Yeah, so this is something that's new to us. And, we're just gonna, I'm gonna go for the ride
Let's
and see
support
how the
y'all. Support
show,
queer work. Like we don't know
right.
if it's made by queer people, but
Yeah,
probably
we're gonna,
is.
yeah, we're gonna support it. We're gonna go through it and see how the show goes out. I think both of the leads are pretty good looking as well too. There's mess going on already. So yeah, and you
Mm.
could tell like, and they're already, this is the kind of BL where you have one person who's clearly interested in the other person but doesn't want to admit that they might be a little fruity,
Oh
and
my
the other
god.
person is too shy to admit that he's fruity. So here we are.
And here we are. And you said
And
it's
here
on
we are.
YouTube.
And it's on YouTube. Kim
Oh,
Vashal um is the production company.
I
So
see.
it's
I
on their
see.
YouTube channel. Just go ahead and take a look. I think the first three episodes are already up.
Mm.
And it comes out on Mondays or
Okay.
Tuesdays. I think it's Mondays on is on YouTube is when it comes out. The other show
The other
is
show is Jack and
Jack and
Joker.
Joker.
That comes out
Uh,
tomorrow. I'm so excited. Yin War. Yin War.
oh my gosh, I've been kind of waiting for this show, so I'm really glad
Because
to
you haven't
see this.
seen their other work, right? You
What
haven't
was the
seen
other show?
Love Mechanics.
I haven't.
So maybe this will be your first show of them, and you'll get to see their flawless acting. I mean, especially
Yes.
War. Like War is amazing.
Okay. Well, this is gonna be on my list, so I'm looking forward to getting into it, watching it, giving it life, or it's it giving me life. I guess we'll see.
It better give you life.
Yeah, like I'm looking forward to it, and it doesn't, and it's also not a college
Yeah,
high
it's not a
school
college
BL.
show. It's about kind of um like a debt collector and like a
Mm.
thief or like something like that. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, I'm already getting a little trauma because
Shenanigans and games and
yeah, because the last time I saw a debt collector show was Even Sun, which that's a show I
oh
don't think anyone
oh
should watch
oh no 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 no.
because
They
that
won't
show
do us
was
dirty like that.
they better not. Like Even Sun should have stayed away.
Ooh. Well, you know
Yeah, it was
what?
another one of those. It was a bone friend tragedy. Tragedy. Oh my gosh.
Tragedy, y'all.
Tra-
Tragedy.
that's how tragic it is. It's a tragedy. Okay, that's what it was. Oh my gosh. See, I couldn't even
Well,
say the word correctly,
they
but
won't.
that's
Yin
how
War
bad
won't
it
do that
was.
to us, y'all. Yin War
They better
is gonna be
not.
amazing, and it's on iQiyi,
Mm-hmm.
so it's not on YouTube. It's not on WeTV. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited.
I'm
Mondays.
excited too. So I do have something that we should talk about, and I don't think you answered this question earlier, but
I
I'm gonna ask you
didn't. We have so
again.
much to talk about.
We have so much to talk about. First of all, Jonathan, let's get to this right quick.
Oh my god.
Have you been following DaiShun?
I have. I told you I've been watching their YouTube videos. They started a YouTube channel.
Okay. And what do you think so far?
I think they're cute. It's very domestic. It's very. I think Shun is so clingy. Like, oh my god.
Really?
Shun, in every interview, you don't see him like he's all over Dai.
He is.
Like, he is like, has to hold him, has to throw a leg on top, has to be like, it's very cute.
Well, good. I haven't been watching.
Oh,
I've been seeing what either comes up on Twitter or on Instagram about them.
y'all,
I'm
you
like,
see this?
okay.
He's slacking, y'all.
No,
He
not
not
slacking.
keeping up.
I'm not interested.
Oh my
Those are two
god.
different things. Slacking is like on a show. Me, it's kind of like, not that I'm not happy for them, I am, but I'm like, if it comes up on Instagram or Twitter, I'll look at it and I'll say, okay,
He said the craze
great.
is over. I mean, it's true.
Yeah.
Some people have been going way too crazy for them, and are kind of
Mm-hmm.
like, I don't know, stalking their every move. Like, let these boys
Yeah.
breathe. But they did have like a Shanghai fan meet recently,
Yes, they did. Yes.
which is
And
big for them. I mean, it looked like a
really
small
big.
little venue, but that's big for
Yeah.
them to already be like outside of Japan doing
Japan.
work together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I yeah.
Ooh. And she said, "No comment, Mama. No comment."
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm going to be clear. I am happy for them. I really want them to be successful as a couple. I
Hmm.
only wish them the best. I think
He
what
said,
makes
"Let's look at some
them,
of the other boys
well,
on
I
that
think
show."
the issue with this couple for me, it's not them. This is the same way I felt about Lady Gaga back in the 2010s, where sometimes people are hyped up a little too much that I'm uninterested. And that's kind of
Mm.
the way I feel. And,
Mm.
not that they're a bad couple. I actually think they have cute moments together and all of that. But after a while, I'm like, you know what? If everybody, their mama, grandmama, and the ancestors are talking about them, it's
Mm-hmm.
better to let them do the talking and I just do the walking. Okay? Like, that's just the way I feel.
All right.
But with that said, since they're getting all this press and people have loved the boyfriend, and we've also been seeing Alan and Taehyun and Kazudo and Gensei, all kind of hanging out with each other, and Usak, you know,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we
they're all very friendly. They're all
they're all very
very.
friendly, and I love seeing them. Now that I'm way more interested in
Yeah, I
because
want to
people
see
are
more of
not
the
talking.
friendships. I want to see,
Yes.
like how we saw in His Man season 2, that they were all still friends and they all hung out together at Melted. Like, it shows that
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't just like a one and done using this for clout show, or like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
because
people made like genuine connections outside of
right.
romance.
And I feel as if in His Man 3 they did, but they're definitely divided because I think half of
Yeah,
them are
you see
not
that
talking
there's
to the
like
other half.
three
There's a
groups.
clear
Yeah,
divide,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
But
Hearts were broken. Hearts were broken.
hearts were broken, yeah. And some things, you're like, you know what, I'm better just not talking to them. But
Mm-hmm.
I think with the boyfriend, they created a whole bond. Only person who's kind of outside of that is Ikkyo, but that makes sense because he
But the
got
show
onto
did
the
him
show really
dirty.
late.
Yeah, the
Yeah, he
show did
got
him
on a little
dirty.
late. So he never was able to form the friendships and the bonds in the same way as all the other guys, right?
Yeah, it's being on the show for 30 days
Right.
compared to like 8. Like,
so
it's
I think
crazy.
so I think with that said, and I think I know your answer to this question anyway. Should there be a second season of The Boyfriend, and what should it look like?
Mm. I mean, of course, I would watch a second season.
Mm.
But yeah, I think we said this before. Like, I think they have to change some of the format,
Mm-hmm.
because this show, they try to do a couple different things, but then when it came down to it, like, editing took out half the show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to see like every day to day, like a format. Like, we wake up, like how His Man had like a format where it was like we're doing an activity, or we're doing a group date, or we're like, and then at the end of the night, where you get a chance to tell the person you like that you like them, or give them hints to progress the romance.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if in the Boyfriend season 2, they, instead of the coffee truck, maybe, I don't know, maybe two people go to the truck, and then like every 2 days, like, people win a chance to go on a date, or it's like a
Mm.
gamble. They do little mini games to be able to go
Mm-hmm.
on dates or something. Like, they did one
Mm-hmm.
episode where they did the go kart thing to make
Mm-hmm.
a to make a wish.
Mm.
happen. So maybe if they do more of that, because some people are so passive and they're so
Yeah.
scared to take chances.
Yeah, and I don't really think
Production got to
people
step
opened
in
up.
to.
I don't think people really opened up until like Alan got there, and
Yeah,
that
people didn't
created a
open up
shift.
until way too late.
Yeah, but I think you do make a good point, and we did talk about this a little bit before, like several episodes back.
Yeah, back during our
There were
reviews,
certain
maybe.
aspects of his man that I think they could borrow from, but I also think we have to remember the boyfriend is filmed over a month and it was still 10 episodes because they have to cut out something somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
His man, the reason why they're able to do that format is they're all in that house for 1 week. So they have a lot of content to pull from, and they could show us a lot more because it's all 1 week. But I think if you're also trying to do just 10 episodes, you're going to have to cut out stuff. And I think,
I think they
with the
maybe we cut it down
boyfriend,
from 30 days to 14 days, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, but
We need
then
more
we won't get
conversations,
then
more
we won't get the
moments.
bonds that we saw come out of it, because I think the
I mean,
beautiful
you
part
see that
is
his man too has a bond, and they were there for 7 days.
true, true. But do we
Depends on the
think their
boys, I
bonds are?
guess.
Yeah, and I think it depends on the boys too. I think another thing with that as well is maybe instead of 10 episodes they could do more than 10, because we can also talk about too, with his man it was 12.
Mm-hmm.
So, and
It was
honestly
12
they
like an hour and a half episodes
yeah,
compared
so
to the
we got
boyfriend was like 40, 30-minute episodes.
right. So I think either if they stick with 10, they should make the episodes longer and
Mm-hmm.
maybe go
Mm-hmm.
into 50ish minute episodes, maybe an hour, hour and a half, which I would be fine with.
I mean, it
Or
does drag
they,
on sometimes, but
yeah, or yeah, because I will say with his man, some things did drag on, but
some things was like, we're sitting here with this conversation, we're way too long.
right. But also like, I think maybe with the boyfriend, if they added 10 minutes where we could see the friendships bond, that would have
Yeah.
been great. Because that was, I think, what was missing for us was there was a lot of focus on DaiShun, right? Because I mean, let's be honest, that was a roller coaster. So I mean, it was very good content to watch, despite how frustrating it was to watch as well. But
Mm-hmm.
it was good content. um, I also think that seeing the friendships develop would have been also a nice balance with the somewhat, I'm not going to say toxic, but sometimes negative ups and downs that DaiShun had, which ended up working out in their favor, clearly, right? But, sometimes it's nice to kind of balance it with something else. And I wish we did see more of those friendships develop. I would have loved to see more of Taehyun counseling people and giving advice. I would have loved to see him and Gensei and how their friendship, more of that. I would have really loved to see them interacting with Usak more, because he
He
had
had
to
to leave
leave the house
early.
early. But
Uh.
as we got to know him, he was clearly a teddy bear, that
Hmm.
didn't get enough time to shine.
Yeah, there's so much that
So
was cut out. Like, I need to
yeah,
see a lot
yeah,
more.
I would like to see a little bit more for sure. I think also with the second season, because they're going to change some things around, should Daishun make an appearance?
Oh, of course. I feel like they should be there for the finale or something, or like to
Mm,
give like advice to the
yes.
cast. Maybe either at the beginning or at the end. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Either at the beginning
Yeah.
to be like, "Welcome to the house, make good memories," or at the end to
Mm-hmm.
be like, "Make a good choice, make an educated choice, and follow your
Or,
heart."
you know what? Should they be a part of the panel of commenters?
Ooh, that's a good idea too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Or
so
maybe
that
like every
way.
episode is like a past contestant as a guest judge, panelist,
Mm-hmm.
commentator
Yeah.
person.
But I think the commenters, they kind of spanned over a few episodes. Because notice, when they
I
would.
mean, they changed clothes and they said, "All right, let's watch the next episode."
Yeah.
They filmed that all in
So,
one day, probably.
mm-hmm. Yeah, so I think maybe they could have a guest, or maybe it could be because I also like the consistency of the commenters. In my opinion,
Yeah,
I
but
kind of
it'll
love
just be
that.
like one, like one rotating added commenter, and it's like a past contestant. I think
Yeah.
that'd be really
I don't
cool
know if it's rotating because you know what? The reason why I think I like them together
because you
as
want to see
just a
them
group,
follow the story.
I want to see them follow the story. And I also love the way that they bonded as well too as commenters, which we didn't see too much of that, but you could
Mm.
tell they also formed a friendship amongst themselves as the show was progressing because
Yeah,
their
because they got to
bond was the
experience it
show.
together, and also
Exactly.
fangirl out together when they saw them
Exactly.
for that
So I think if you
reunion.
have somebody rotating, it would kind of mess up the vibe, you
I
know?
see,
So
I
I think
see.
it should just be like one
It should be like
person could take.
Alan. It should be Alan.
Yeah, it could be Alan, it could be Gensei,
It could be
it could even
Taeyeon.
be Taehan because he could give sound advice, you know. It could be any of them really, you know.
Hmm.
I think it would be nice
Yeah,
to
maybe
kind of see
DaiShun
that.
as a commenter might take away too much from the show. People will be like, "Oh my god, DaiShun, DaiShun."
Maybe, you
Yeah.
know, and maybe, you know, as you were saying, they come in at the beginning or the end or even in the middle and kind of give advice, you know, make a little
Mm-hmm.
surprise, since they're halfway through. I don't know. It could be any of that. Um, Another question I have for you: should the guys from the first season that are currently single return as housemates with new guys?
Oh no, like an all star season.
Not an all-star season.
RuPaul's
Mix them
all star
in.
season. I
Not
see.
well. It
Mix them
can't be
in.
an all. Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like
well,
mix
yeah,
them
it's giving
in.
someone a second chance at love.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, which guys do you think it should be?
Um. Hmm. I feel like it has to be like someone that didn't get a chance, a full chance the first time. So it has to be like Usopp. I feel like he's the
And
only,
Ikyo.
or yeah, or Ikkyo. Yeah, it's
Yes.
either
I.
yeah, one or two. Because Alan
Yeah.
had a good amount of screen time for coming
Yeah.
in episode 3 or 4,
So did
but the other
Kazudo.
two did
So did
not.
Gensei. So did Ryota. They all had enough time, right? But yeah, Usaka or Ikyo, I think would be good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, either one of them. Mm.
Yeah, equal. Since he's so young, he still might be looking for love, and
Mm-hmm.
maybe he'll be like the new it boy, the new hot new bombshell entering the villa.
Maybe. It depends on who else they also find for the season two as well. Because I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure if they are even making a season two, which I think
I feel
is
like it's such a
very,
hit. They have to come on
they have
Netflix.
to do it. And
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if they've already started casting.
Mm.
I wouldn't be surprised. So then they could have a product
Ready by like
available for
next
us by
summer
next
again.
year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm trying to think of who else? Like, yeah, I think it's only those two I would want to
It's
see
only those
back.
two. Anyone else, and it's like, girl, you had your chance.
Yeah. And I
Imagine
mean, not that
Kazuto
I
coming back
wouldn't want to
in.
see them. Not that I wouldn't want to see them,
Oh.
but I would be interested. I think I would be more interested in Usak and Ikkyo because they didn't
Mm-hmm.
have yeah, like you said, they didn't have that full chance. Um and I want Taehan to myself, so there's just that. Uh,
Oh my god.
should we kind of already talked about this. But should I think we already said they should take some notes from his man,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but should his man take some notes from the boyfriend?
Ooh. I think or it's like both shows need to find that middle ground of
Mm-hmm.
timing. Like whether it's too
Mm-hmm.
short or too long, we need that like maybe it's 14 days, 2 weeks. Or like
Mm-hmm.
what does Love Island do? Is Love Island or like Big Brother, I think Big Brother's over a month and they do like
Mm-hmm.
everyday live stream. But like Love
Right.
Island, is that a month
I haven't
on the
watched Love
villa?
Island, so I can't tell you.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we need to find a good middle ground for all these dating shows.
Yeah. And you know, each one is going to have to be a little different because, again, there's different vibe and all of that. I mean, I will say, if you go all the way back to shows like Flavor of Love, which was, they were in that house for over a month.
I see. And then that's like a
Yes,
12 episode, or is that 24 episode?
that
Because
was
back in the
12.
day,
It
TV
was
was.
12, and it was a
Mm.
contestant show. So,
People got
um,
eliminated. I see. Yeah,
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 so
yeah, yeah.
that's the difference. They got
Imagine if these
eliminated.
shows, if they had a bigger cast and boys got eliminated. Well, then it's like The Bachelor. Then that's too much like The Bachelor, right?
Yeah, and I don't want to do
I don't want to
eliminations.
Bachelor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I like the
Imagine
format
that
of
season
both.
2, Kazuto's the lead, and he's
Yeah.
looking for, and
Yeah,
it's like
I
30
don't think
boys.
eliminations would be great because
No, that's
I like the
heartbreaking.
fact, you
You need time
know,
to grow with someone.
right.
Give
And
everyone a
also I
chance.
think yeah, and that would be you're going for one person instead of anyone in the home.
I mean,
I
gays would.
think
Knowing gays, they'd go for some of their other,
right. I
contestants.
what I would like to see, one thing that would be interesting, because I think what his man 3 did, casting two people who dated and had a messy breakup, I kind of would love to see that in the boyfriend.
Yeah, we need that. That's in every dating show. We need someone that's like, oh, we know each other. Oh, we met on
I mean, they
Tinder
had someone who know each other, like Alan and Di knew each other
and
because they
die.
hooked
But
up.
that wasn't messy. That wasn't messy. We
That
need
wasn't
something
messy.
messy.
Like they were on good terms.
Like,
But
I don't
we
want it to
know
take
what
over the whole show, but
right.
these
Because the thing
communities be small
was
sometimes.
because with Myung Kyung and what's his
Yeonjun,
name? Young June,
who liked
their
their
issue
post. Love him. Thanks for liking our
yeah.
post, King.
Yes.
He saw our post about him.
Wait, Young June or
Yes, Yeonjun
oh yes,
on
yes. Okay.
Instagram.
So I think, their issue, even though I do feel as if that really made things very difficult in the house because everyone could feel their tension.
Mm.
But I will say they were able to find the space to actually talk about it and kind of leave on, I don't want to say a good note, but they left with an
They
understanding.
left with an understanding. Yes, they
Yeah,
left with an
you know.
understanding.
Yeah, and that's okay. Like I like seeing the mess, but I think the best part was they were able to heal from what was happening. Like cuz remember they both kind of cried,
Mm-hmm.
because it got so bad. And I'm just glad that they were able to at least get that from it, even though they really didn't leave with a relationship with anyone because they kind of
Ooh,
did, and then
both failed
and both
relationships.
failed, with the
Oh,
people they were with. But
yup.
I think, the best part of it was they're able to heal from that pain of their relationship. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that's what's most important in that regard because I don't think, and I'm going to say this and I'm not going to take it back. Uh, you can't move on to a new relationship until you fully close the door on the past relationship. Like you had to have healed from whatever that was, so you're not bringing that into a new relationship. And the thing is, with Hanbin and with what's his name? That
Yeonjun.
yeah, that Myung Kyung was with
Oh, Minsun.
Min Sun.
Not too.
They witnessed all the drama, right?
Mm-hmm.
So even if they're interested in moving forward with that person, it's still going to be in the back of their mind like, this is how they act when they're upset.
Mm. Well, I mean, all right. So at the end of the day, actually, would you want to bring that to the boyfriend? Would you want to bring that kind of mess to the boyfriend, or keep it more pure, where no one really, where it's all fresh faces and they kind of get to experience something new, compared to like healing wounds and kind of messing with the vibe.
Well, let's be real. Sean healed some wounds on that show
Oh,
that he didn't have with anyone there. It was with him. It
he's a
was within
complicated
himself.
he's a complicated
Yeah.
person.
So, and I mean, that brought stuff that we were interested in seeing. Like, let's be
Mm-hmm.
serious. So, would I want to see it on the boyfriend? Well, we kind of already did. It was just that it was Shun with
He
himself
was fighting
that
himself compared
affected.
to
Yeah, he was
fighting.
fighting with himself, and that was
Yeah.
affecting his relationship with Di. So we
Mm-hmm.
saw it. Um, I think. seeing two people who used to date each other and they had a bad breakup. I wouldn't mind watching it. Um, but I guess I think it
And if they're
depends on
going
so
after
many
the same
things.
man, ooh,
Oh,
that's good
honey.
TV.
Oh, 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 honey. Would
Instead of
I
like trying
watch
to be
that?
petty towards each other, they're like going after the same
Mm.
man. I would
Oh,
like to see that.
oh, would
I would
I?
like to see
Oh,
that.
honey. Oh, and with that said, we need to go because I'm about to get too heated with that.
Oh
That
my
is it
god.
for all of this episode of Rye Can Top My Knee. Please be safe and you know what? See the quartet like we did at New York Fashion Week, okay?
Hey, okay. Hope the Rye in your life sees BL boys. Yeah, I don't know.
Need that ass.
Ew!
Anyway.
Whoa! 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 Okay. Goodbye, y'all.
All right, y'all. Good night or
Good
goodbye.
night. Goodbye. Everything.
Everything.